The Human Torch had oddly shaped feet. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Just some warm-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, we back. Let's do this real quick. Let's not look at my own channel. Anything but that. Lord, anything but that. This'll do. Alright. I think I got the mood set finally. The Human Torch had oddly shaped feet. It's a good tongue twister. Alright, so we're going to be looking at some cool shit. The stuff I like to think about daily. The stuff that keeps me unfocused at work because I'm too busy thinking about, and that's aliens, baby. So, right now we got the Roswell wiki page brought up. Me personally, I think there are other crash retrieval events that I think have more evidence behind them than Roswell. Roswell was just kind of like the precursor event that started a bunch of that was the start of like the sightings craze of the late 1940s was Roswell. But I think there's other, like the Virginia incident, that's like Brazil's Roswell basically. That has way more evidence. That was way more recent. That was in 92, but anyway. I'm getting sidetracked. We're not talking about the Virginia incident, which I'll probably make a video on one day. I'm talking about Roswell. Alright, let's see. I bet, let's see how long this goes, real quick. Aztecs Crusher, let's see. Okay. Alright, well, debris found by a rancher in 1947 near Roswell, New Mexico, has become the basis for UFO conspiracy theories, alleging that the United States military recovered a crashed extraterrestrial spacecraft after metallic and rubber debris was recovered by Roswell Army Space Field. Okay. Oh, fuck. Why am I so tired? Okay.
No phone or radio, Brazel was initially unaware of the ongoing flying disc craze. Amid the first summer of the Cold War, Press Nation covered Kenneth Arnold's account of what became known as flying saucers, objects that allegedly performed maneuvers beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft. Coverage of Arnold's report preceded a wave of over 800 similar sightings.
I read somewhere that
Brazel visited Corona. On July 5, his uncle Howard.
So it's Major Jesse Marcel posing with the debris right here that he reportedly found at the crash site. That doesn't look like UFO debris to me. This looks like a piece of a fucking balloon from the Montauk Project. Shut up, lady. Let's look up the balloons from the Montauk Project. Is it just K? I think it is. Yes. Oh wait, no, this is a stupid Stranger Things thing. I'm thinking of Project Mogul. Yeah, like this shit. Okay. So are you telling me that this isn't this? I don't know. Kind of looks like the same shit to me. Kind of looks like just sticks, twigs, and I think it was this guy right here, the army man. I heard one report where he said this metal supposedly was harder than anything he'd ever put his hands on before, and like you would wrap it up into a ball and it would unfold again instantly, or you'd hit a hammer with it and the hammer would bounce off. But honestly, I think This guy is just a, I don't know. I think the story got blown out of proportion. I really do think it was just a weather balloon for the most part. All the reports of like alien bodies being seen at the crash site and shit comes like way after the fact, like decades later. When, oddly enough, is when books were coming out about the event and stuff. So, um, yeah, Mac Brazel died in 1963 before interest in the Roswell debris was revived. Okay. He interviewed his surviving adult children. William Brazel described how the military arrested his father and swore him seriously. However, seeing him in Roswell, and he provided an interview to a local radio station. Schneider, who had gathered debris and material with her father when she was 14, offered UFOologist a description that matched the materials used by Project Mogul. There it is. Fuck. I want it to be UFOs. There was what appeared to be pieces of heavily waxed paper and a sort of aluminum-like foil. It's exactly what those balloons look like. Some of the metal foil pieces had some sort of tape stuck to them, and when they were held up to the light, they showed what looked like pastel flowers. So yeah, what are we even talking about here? What's there to even discuss? I do got some. I do got some cool shit I kind of want to show. Right quick. Right quick. Mm-hmm. Give me one moment. Damn, how do I gotta figure out how I can show you that. Um let's look up let's look at the Majestic 12. Pardon me. We got there we go. Cool, I'll check this out. Wherever it may be, if I can. So this are allegedly declassified top secret documents that the government hasn't acknowledged to be real. Doesn't mean that they're not real, but again, um, it's highly debated whether or not these documents are real. Unlike these other ones I do have, which I can show you. The other ones I have are 100% real because they come from the CIA's website. Unlike these do not. These got leaked sometime like 20, 30 years ago, maybe longer, from an unknown source. They've just kind of been out adrift in the ecosphere of media, and no one really knows. No one's ever been able to confirm these documents, but they talk about UFOs and the fact that our government has biological bodies of extraterrestrials. Let's see. Operation Majestic. And some of the text is really hard to read because it's fine. Let's see. Oh wow, it's amazing I was able to highlight that. Whoa. I didn't know you could fucking do that. That's crazy. Okay. This is the ultra top secret, your eyes only document containing essential compartmentalized information for the national security of these United States of America. Access to the enclosed materials strictly and only limited to persons possessing Majestic 12 clearance. Approval is issued by presidential authority only. I can't read that word. Isn't form of thing of the taking of any sorts of something is strictly prohibited. Damn, some of these words, it's hard for me to make out what they are. The ultra top secret classification is utilized in this briefing paper. Is a defense intelligence agency, Pentagon designation. Other agencies and our departments of the various military and executive divisions will use another form of security level nomenclature. Oh, god damn it, dude. Okay. There's nothing important here. These actually. I haven't read through all these pages yet. I just kind of skimmed through them. I wanted to save it for a time like now. But honestly, I'm pretty stoned. Journal, Nathan Twing, principles. So I think these are doctors talking about the assistant secretary of the I want to get to the nitty gritty. When does it start? When does it start talking about that shit in detail? Where's the good stuff? It won't let me do it here. Wait. Here we go. I'm just skimming through this and I hear a bunch of like words that are standing out and it's like, what the fuck is this? I just hear a bunch of triangle craft. Three round holospheric pods beneath the craft had obviously been extended from within the hull during a controlled landing effort. These were measured to form the points of an equilateral triangle, 22.3 feet on the side, center to center, and word 15.45 lower hull surfaces, feet from each of the split center of the craft bottom hull. Both upper and lower hull surfaces were smooth, and no seams, no means of entry or even of propulsion. The hull was the color of evil. That says that. It says the hull was the color of evil, like the inside of the pod or the UFO. Unpolished aluminum, and was apparently metallic in nature and normal surfaces temperatures. No seams, hatches, blah blah blah, or portholes were obvious. Photographs taken. Okay. Like I can't. Two of those letters blend together. I can't fucking read that. Okay. The sections of the saucer hull, which contained both upper and lower deck cabins, were joined along microscopical line. Oh, fuck you, dude. I gotta have AI type this out for me so I can actually fucking read this normally. Okay, so this is a conversation between two people. I'm not really wanting to read that right now because that doesn't have fucking context to it. There are now hundreds of compiled studies of EBEs. EBEs. Those are like entities, like biological extraterrestrial entities. That's a abbreviation for it. their worlds and their objectives. In several cases, volunteers from our armed forces have participated in diplomatic and cultural exchanges during the 1950s and early 1980s and have visited some of the EBE's worlds. The following is a short assessment of the situation as we understand it. So this is saying that we have had people interact with aliens and exchange and share culture by, it says literally here that we took people here to other worlds. And then it's hard to I mean most people assume these are like fabricated documents. I still think it's interesting to still read it because there's a what if, because these could be real. Um, they people have tried to prove that these are fake, and people haven't been able to definitively. So that leaves the window open for these could be real, but obviously the shit that's being discussed in it is so crazy. It's hard to take any of it seriously. Now here we got descriptions of different ETs, I guess. Here. Damn, bro. Still nothing. It fucking sucks. Man. Rip. It's a big rip. Oh, whoops. I